Hello everyone, I am Dr. Millie from Erudite Chemistry classes and today's topic is covalent bond. In last videos I have explained you what is ionic bonding. Remember that ionic bonding was made between metal and non-metal. Non-metal had tendency to gain the electron, on the other hand side the metal had tendency to give the electron. Both of them were complementary to each other. That is why what they decided कि एक देगा और एक लेगा. And just because after the loss of electron, one of the element called metal turned into positive and another element which was gaining turned into negative ion. So positive and negative, this type of bonding was there which was between the two different kind of ions. That was ionic bonding, and because they were strong forces of attraction between them, that bonding was very strong kind of, यानी उनके forces of attraction काफी strong थे. And today we are going to talk about a different kind of bonding, that is covalent bond. What is different in them? The situations are different actually. Here metal was available for the non-metal to give the electron. But just imagine the condition if the chlorine would be there but no sodium would have been available to give the electron to the chlorine. Then तो ये तो condition हुई जब sodium is available to the chlorine, sodium has given the electron to the chlorine and chlorine becomes stabilized by the gain of electron. You all know that chlorine is 17 and the configuration is 2, 8 and 7. And I can draw the Lewis structure of the chlorine like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Lewis structure or electron dot structure is the structure where we show only outermost shell electron. Those students, those who don't know how to draw the Lewis structure, they can watch my video, another video of ionic bonding where I have explained it. So here it is the Lewis structure of the chlorine. Now just imagine, as I have told you, just imagine that sodium is not available. To whom it can ask for the electron? Only chlorine, and every chlorine is having the same situation. Every chlorine is having only 7 electron in the outermost shell. अब क्या होगा? This chlorine is going to ask for the electron to this chlorine and obviously this chlorine is also looking for the electron. तो जब इसे भी चाहिए तो neither this chlorine is going to give this electron to it so that it can complete the octet, nor this chlorine is going to give its one electron to this chlorine so that this can complete its octet. So in that situation, when both of the elements are having the same tendencies, what tendency? To gain. So in that case, the atom decide to share their electron to complete their octet. And then this type of bonding which is formed with the sharing, mutual sharing of electrons between two atoms, उसको बोलते हैं covalent bonding. So can you understand there? The bonding between non-metal and non-metal is going on. दोनों का tendency is to gain. What is happening? They are going to share their electron. How many electrons? Depending on the situation, on the condition, on their outermost shell configuration. This needs one, this needs one, and this also needs one. So they will keep their one electron in between and they will be sharing their electrons. Let us see how this happens. I am drawing here the chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 7th electron will be kept in between. ये दूसरा chlorine and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and its 7th electron is kept in between. In between I want to say here the one chlorine atom, another chlorine atom, and these electrons are kept in between so that they can share. They can share at the time of when someone is looking for whether they are having 8 electron or not. So how they are going to show it? Look at this. Count the number of electron on the right hand side chlorine. It is 8, isn't it? Now can you see this? Count the left hand side electron of the chlorine. So this is again 8. So now both the chlorine becomes stabilized by the sharing of electron. Both are happy with their 8 electrons, and just because they have shared one electron from each other. This type of bonding, when the one electron is being shared by both the species, mutual sharing and आपस में sharing. So when one electron is being shared, this electron pair, you can see here there is a pair. So this electron pair which is shared between the two chlorine atoms, this is called shared pair of electrons. or it is also called bond pair of electrons. So as you can see here, this is pair, तो हमेशा दो में रहेगा. So this is bond pair of electron. Apart from that, you can see some other electron pairs are also there. Can you see there? The electrons are also there which are not involved in the bonding. So the electrons which are not involved in the bonding are called lone pair of electrons. So you can see here the bonding between the two atoms. Between the two atoms by the mutual sharing of electron is called covalent bonding. The electron which are shared between the two elements are called shared pair of electron or bond pair of electron. The electron which are not shared between any of the atom, यानी कोई भी, those who are not involved in any kind of bonding, they are called lone pair of electron. So can you count how many lone pairs are there in this chlorine molecule? So can you see there? One lone pair. Look at this. One lone pair, two lone pair, three lone pair, 4, 5 and 6. So in this particular set of the chlorine molecule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lone pair of electrons are available. And how many bond pair are there? Only one bond pair or one shared pair of electron is available there. Now one more thing. Whenever there is sharing between the two atoms, and this sharing is of only one electron, that bonding is called single covalent bond. I am going to show it like Cl, one sharing, Cl, and this dash is indicating the presence of two electrons, yani the sharing of two electrons. So this Cl, the bonding between this and this Cl is indicated by a dash, and each dash is indicating two electrons, or I can say each dash is representing one shared pair or bond pair of electrons. So I can show you the bonding between the chlorine and chlorine like this. Cl dash Cl. Cl dash Cl means there is one electron which is shared between them. If you want to complete the Lewis structure of it, you must draw the electrons called lone pair electrons. And this type of bond I called you, what was the name of this bond? Single covalent bond. Now I am taking another example of oxygen. So let us see what is the situation with the oxygen. This oxygen is having 8 electrons, outermost shell 2 and 6, outermost shell 6 electrons. Its Lewis structure will be oxygen 6 electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just because there are 6 electrons in the outermost shell of oxygen, it has the tendency to gain 2 electrons. But the condition is different. That is, if there would be magnesium, अगर यहाँ पे magnesium होता, तो magnesium का configuration was 2, 8, 2. तो magnesium would have the tendency to lose 2 electrons, जो कि ये oxygen ले लेता, and they would have formed MgO, where magnesium would have given and oxygen would have taken the electron, and in that case there would be the formation of ionic bonding. But here the conditions are not that simple. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? This oxygen is not getting the magnesium so that it can gain the electron. This bonding is going to be between the element which are of the same kind of tendency. Same kind of tendency means if I am going to talk about the another oxygen, if this oxygen will ask for the electron from the another oxygen, definitely there will be a big no, because this is also looking for the oxygen. Both are in the same situation. Both want to get 2 electrons so that they can get stabilized. Here also we are going to share the electron. So what they will do? They will keep their 2 electron. Now this time what is the difference? The difference is that this time oxygen needs 2, this oxygen needs 2, and this also. So both of them will keep their 2 electrons in between, and then they are going to share them. So how I am going to do this? I am removing these 2 electrons from here and keeping it in between these 2 atoms, and these 2 electrons will be also kept in between. The third thing which you have to remember is both the atoms will be involved in bonding, and both the atom will share same number of electrons. So this is how it is done. Now it is shared. Now let us see whether both of them are happy with their 8 electron completed octet or not? So let's see. Look at the atom number 2, atom number 1 and atom number 2. So let's see that atom number 2, don't look at this, oxygen. So how many electrons are there? You can see 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 electrons. On the other hand side, can you see this oxygen? Oxygen number 1 also. And while you are observing this oxygen number 1, don't look at this. So count the number of electrons in the outermost shell of oxygen. First oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So there are 8 electrons in the octet of both the atoms and both of them are satisfied now. But just because they have shared 2 electrons, so there are now 2 bond pairs. Can you see there? One pair, second pair. So this is containing, the structure is containing 2 bond pair. And 2 bond pair means 2 dashes, because 1 bond pair is shown by the 1 dash. So I can show the bonding between oxygen as oxygen like this. 1 dash is indicating 1 pair, another dash is indicating another pair. And there is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 lone pair of electrons. Lone pair which are not involved in any kind of bonding, isn't it? Now what we can do is to complete this octet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This dash is indicating between the bond between them. Now you can see that there are 2 bonds between the atom called oxygen and oxygen. So this type of bond where the sharing is of 2 electrons from both the side is called double covalent bond. Yeah, double bond. So this is double bond between oxygen and oxygen. Let us take one more example. ठीक है, देखते हैं. Now I am taking the example of nitrogen. Let's see what is the condition for the nitrogen, how many electrons it bonds and how many it is going to share depending on the situation. So let us see what is the situation for the nitrogen. It is 2, 5. Outermost shell will have 5 electrons. What will be the Lewis structure of the nitrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many electrons are there? 5 electrons. If nitrogen want to get stabilized, इसको चाहिए 3 more electrons. 3 more electrons. If there would be sodium around. अगर sodium होता पास में तो 3 sodium with 1 electron would have given their 1 electron. यानी कि these 3 sodium would have given 3 electrons to the nitrogen, and this nitrogen would have converted into Na(N)3 minus. So this nitrogen would have accepted 3 electrons and would have converted into N3 minus. And what would be the formula of this compound? Na with +1 and N with -3. 1 and 3 would have been cross multiplied, and this would have been Na3N, and this substance would be sodium nitride. But that would be the situation, but the situations are not always comfortable. The condition is that it is not getting any other element which is going to give this nitrogen any electron. Sodium नहीं है यहाँ, calcium is not there, magnesium is not there. The element which have tendency to lose the electron, they are not present. So what is present? Element with the same situation, with the same tendency, that is having the tendency to gain 3. So what this nitrogen will do? Obviously both of them will not agree to give their 3 electrons to any of them. तो क्या होगा? ये और ये दोनों कहेंगे let us keep our 3 electrons in between. How? 1, 2, 3. So I am keeping 1, 2 and 3 electrons from this nitrogen in between, and obviously 1, 2 and 3 of this nitrogen will be kept again in between. So now let us check how many electrons are there in the outermost shell of each nitrogen. So this is the one nitrogen and this is the condition for the another nitrogen. So let us check how many electrons are there in nitrogen number 1 and nitrogen number 2. So count nitrogen number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 electrons, octet completed. Now look at this. Nitrogen number 2, 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 electrons, octet is completed. So both the nitrogen are now happy. But the fact is, while doing so, they have shared their 3 electrons. And these 3 electrons makes 3 bond pairs. So how many bond pairs are there in this particular nitrogen molecule? There are 3 bond pairs. And how many lone pairs are there? There are 2 lone pairs. Can you see there? And one more thing, because they have shared their 3 electrons, nitrogen and nitrogen, the bonding between them can be shown by the 3 bonds. And this type of bonding, where the species shares 3 electrons with each other, then this bonding is called triple bond. Okay, and if you want to complete the Lewis structure, draw the lone pair of electron along with bond shared between them. So is it clear to you? So now let us make the structure of CH4. Whether it is covalent bond or it is ionic bond, let us find it out. And another thing is, this is what we are talking about, carbon. And carbon is having only 4 electrons in its outermost shell. So already we know this thing. The atoms which are having 4 electrons in their outermost shell, neither they have tendency to lose the electron और ना ही वो electron ले सकते हैं. तो लेना और देना, both conditions are not possible for the carbon because it is having 4 electron. अगर वो लेता है तो इस पर हो जाएंगे 4 minus charge. If it gives, इस पे हो जाएगा 4 plus charge, which is practically not possible because this process to give or to gain 4 electrons, this process require lots of energy. So this is not feasible. One thing you must remember that non-metal may or may not undergo the bonding called covalent bonding. That will depend on the situation कि अगर मैग्नीशियम होगा तो वो मैग्नीशियम से लेना पसंद करेगा, जबकि अगर मैग्नीशियम नहीं होगा तो वो कॉम्प्रोमाइज करेगा and it will go for the sharing. But this carbon always have this tendency to form the covalent bonding because it has 4 electrons in the outermost shell. तो लेना और देना दोनों ही इसके लिए possible नहीं है. So let us see how this carbon is going to bond. Okay, so what is carbon? Carbon is C6. What is the configuration? 2, 4. Let us see what is the Lewis structure. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let us see to whom it has to bond itself. 4 nitrogen are present in the compound. So let us see. Hydrogen is 1 H. That is, hydrogen is having only 1 electron in its outermost shell. And how many hydrogens are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4 hydrogen are there. All of these hydrogens want 1 more electron because they have to complete their outermost shell or the only shell which is present in them by taking 2 electrons. 1 they are having, 1 they want. But one thing is here that this carbon is not going to give them electron because this is not having extra electron. On the other hand side, this hydrogen is also not interested in giving electron to the carbon. So both of them are not interested to give their electron or to take the electron. So what this hydrogen will do in this case? This hydrogen is going to, all these hydrogen are going to share their electron with the carbon. How they are going to share this? Look at this. This carbon, one by one I am taking all the hydrogen here with the carbon and keeping their electron in different directions. So look at this. This is hydrogen here kept. Iska electron I have kept here. Another hydrogen and iska electron. Another hydrogen and its electron. And another hydrogen and its electron. So this way all the hydrogen has shared their electron with the carbon. So check how many electrons are there in the outermost shell of carbon. Can you check there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of these 8, 4 तो कार्बन के हैं और 4 उसने हाइड्रोजन से लिए हैं. Is it clear? So this way you can see the octet of the carbon is completed. ठीक है. Now look at this hydrogen. Duplet completed. Duplet completed. Completed and completed. So main thing is we have to make every species happy by completed their octet. बाय शेयरिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन। तो कुल मिला के जितने भी एटम्स हमारे आसपास हैं, जितने भी एटम्स आर देयर इन दैट मॉलिक्यूल, यू हैव टू मेक देम हैप्पी by the sharing of electron in such a way so that everyone will be satisfied. So let us take one more example of this type. I am taking now this time C2H4. So here I am having 2 carbon and 4 hydrogen. Now let us see what happens when 2 carbon and 4 hydrogen combines with each other. And for doing so, let us see 2 carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Another carbon, 1, 2, 3 and 4. First of all, see how many hydrogens are there. 4 hydrogen. So let us divide all the hydrogen between these 2 atoms in equal number. So I am going to give 2 hydrogen to this carbon and 2 hydrogen to this carbon. So here this carbon, 1 carbon sharing its electron with the hydrogen. Another hydrogen is also sharing its electron with this carbon. This carbon is sharing its electron again with the hydrogen, and this carbon is sharing its electron with the hydrogen. Both of them are sharing their 2 electrons with the hydrogen. Now let us see how many electrons are there in their outermost shell. देखें 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1 electron we can share between these. So this is sharing. So let us see how many electrons are there in the outermost shell of carbon. Count करिए जरा. काउंट करो, काउंट कितने 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 देयर आर 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द आउटरमोस्ट शेल ऑफ कार्बन. नाउ व्हाट, हाइड्रोजन तो है नहीं, हाइड्रोजन नहीं है, कुछ और अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है. वी हैव टू मेक द कंपाउंड C2H4 होता है. दैट इज व्हाई वी आर आस्क्ड टू मेक द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ दिस कंपाउंड. क्या करना है अब, एनी हाउ दिस कार्बन हैज टू मेक इटसेल्फ सेटिस्फाइड. बट जस्ट बिकॉज वी नो दैट व्हेनेवर देयर इज अ सिचुएशन when nothing is available, they are going to share their electron depending on the situation ना. तो क्या situation है, अब इसको एक और चाहिए, तो ठीक है दोनों को एक एक चाहिए ना, तो we can keep their one more electron in between. Can I do this? So 4 electrons in being shared. So now they are sharing their 4 electrons. So can you understand one concept here? I am drawing it this way, 1 2 from this and 1 2 from this carbon. So 2 electrons have been shared by both the carbon. The rest of the electrons are being shared by hydrogen and hydrogen. Because 2 electrons are being shared, ये हो गए आपके bond pair. These are bond pair and these are also bond pair because they are involved in the bonding. But there is no lone pair present in this compound. How we can draw the bond between the carbon and carbon here? Carbon, double bond, carbon, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and hydrogen. Each single bond is representing 2 electrons and double bond is indicating 4 electrons. So do remember that there is sharing of 2 electrons between the carbon, so it makes double bond. So here in this case C2H4, in this case carbon is bonded with another carbon with the double bond. I hope it is clear now. चलिए, now let us make HCl. HCl where the hydrogen is present with its 1 electron, where the chlorine is present with its 7 electron. ठीक है, अब हाइड्रोजन डज नॉट वांट टू गिव इट्स 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन क्योंकि एक ही तो है, वो भी दे देगा तो उसका काम कैसे चलेगा. Chlorine does not want to give hydrogen 1 electron so that it can complete its octet. Both of them want 1 electron. So what they can do, they will share their 1 electron with each other. तो इसका इलेक्ट्रॉन ये बीच में रखेगा, इसका इलेक्ट्रॉन ये बीच में रखेगा. So what will happen? 1 electron from the hydrogen kept in between, 1 electron from the chlorine kept in between. 1 is kept in between. How many electrons are left? 7 थे. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 left out electrons. So let us see how many electrons are there in the octet of in the chlorine outermost shell. 8. Let us see how many electrons are there in the outermost shell of hydrogen. So it is not always there कि कार्बन ही covalent bond बनाएगा. Another element, non-metals can also make covalent bond depending on the situation. ठीक है? So it is all about the covalent bonding. Let us talk about now the properties of covalent compound. Okay? So first property of the covalent compounds is they exist in gaseous state or liquid state or they exist in as soft solid. Soft solids means having low boiling point and having low melting point. Gaseous, liquids and soft solids. Chlorine gas, nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, these all are gases ना, these all are covalently bonded. अभी अभी हम सब लोग हमने देखी है. Liquids में we have water as an example. Soft solids में we have phosphorus, we have carbon, we have sulfur. These all are bonded with each other by the covalent bond. We will learn about these elements in the coming classes. So let us talk about how they exist. They exist as gas or liquid or soft solid. They most of the time they do not exist as hard solid because the forces of attraction between these are not that strong as in case of the ionic compound. क्योंकि वहाँ पे प्लस और माइनस वाला फोर्सेस था, यहाँ पर weak van der Waals forces of attraction है. कैसे? Weak van der Waals forces. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे वीक van der Waals forces of attraction है which are not that strong. और जब forces of attraction strong नहीं है means they are not close. If they are not close they can easily be separated out. If they are not close they may be gas, they may be liquid, they may be soft solid. Soft solid means they are having low boiling point and low melting point. So the second property is they have low melting point and boiling point. So they are having low melting point and boiling point, obviously because they are gas, liquid and soft solids. So comparative to hard solids, soft solids will have low melting point or boiling point. The exception is diamond. Although diamond is covalent in nature, but diamond is one of the hardest substance existing on the earth crust. The reason behind is कि diamond में actually the diamond is only carbon. Carbon and carbon connected with each other to make a huge network. खूब बड़ा जाल जैसे लगता है ना, लैटिस बनी हुई है, दूर दूर तक there is carbon 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 bond. That huge network make it harder. So that is why that carbon is hard, which is an exception to the covalent bonded compound. Otherwise most of the covalent bonded compounds are soft solid. ठीक है. The next example is that they are poor conductor of electricity. So these are very poor conductor of electricity. Why? Ions के केस में ion were responsible for the conduction of electricity. अब यहाँ पे we don't have ions. If ions are not there, who is going to conduct the electricity? So that is why they are poor conductor of electricity. Here the conduction of electricity is shown by the only covalent bonded compound, and that is graphite. Actually it is very good conductor of electricity. Although it is covalently bonded, still it is very good conductor of electricity. That reason lies in its structure, which contains one electron which is free to move in the entire lattice. तो जिसकी वजह से it becomes a very good conductor of electricity. That's an exception. But otherwise rest of the compounds are very poor conductor of electricity because of absence of ions in them. Fourth and the last property of covalent compound is that they are soluble in non-polar solvent. So they are soluble in non-polar solvent. मतलब non-polar solvent क्या होते हैं? Non-polar solvents are again covalent compound. So the compounds which are made by the covalent bonding and they work as a solvent for others means they dissolve something else into them. So they are solvent. If the nature of these solvent is non-polar, so these solvents are called non-polar solvent. For an example, if I want to talk about C6H6. This C6H6 is called benzene and it is non-polar solvent because it is made up of carbon and hydrogen. If I talk about another non-polar solvent CCl4, the name of this compound is carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride, that is, it is going to be bonded with covalent bond again. So that is why this is also a non-polar compound. So all the covalent bonded compounds are soluble in covalent solvent. Never you will see that the oil, which is a covalent compound, is going to be dissolved in water because water is polar and oil is non-polar. But you can see the oil can be dissolved in ghee because both of them are carbon compounds and they can be dissolved easily with each other. In the other way, on the other hand side, we can mix the petrol with the diesel, we can mix the petrol with the kerosene, but we cannot do that we can mix the kerosene with the water, because water is polar in nature, and these things like kerosene, diesel, petrol, oil, ghee, these all things are non-ionic in nature. So always remember the basic rule which is applied here again, that is like dissolves like, means जो जैसा होता है उसमें ही घुलने की कोशिश करता है. So this is the fourth and last property of these compound, general property of these compound, that is most of them are soluble in non-polar solvent. So do remember non-polar solvent having no poles in them. So these are the properties of covalent compound. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Try to understand the Lewis structure, draw them again and again so that you can understand it. ठीक है? Thanks for watching.